Hey guys, we're down in the basement again, and I thought I would make a response to Star Soldier 1's video regarding his 20 rarest games that he has in his collection, and I thought I'd show the 20 rarest games that I have in my collection. I apologize about the noise in the background. We've had some very heavy rain today, and since I'm in the basement, the sump pump won't stop going off. So if you hear anything in the basement making a lot of noise in the background, that's exactly what that is. These ones are rare. These games I'm about to show you, they don't have a super ridiculous value or anything like that, but as far as rarity goes, they're probably the rarest ones that I have. So what these are here, these are known as Sharp Famicom Station games. They came in the Sharp Famicom Station, which was used in hotels in Japan for guests. If they wanted to, they could spend some money and they would be able to unlock the Sharp Famicom Station and play a set amount of games. Depending on what version of the Sharp Famicom Station you had, there's different games that were available, different amounts of games that are available for it. So these are the ones that I have. I don't remember, I'm missing, there's one that's not here, at least one that's not here. It's called Super Chinese 2, which is known as Little Ninja Brothers here, but I'm pretty sure that these are what these are. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But this one here is Bomberman, 1943. I think this one is Pro Wrestling. This one is Golf, maybe? F1 Race, and I don't know. Something. Anyways, that's what those are. So they're pretty rare. They range in value anywhere from about 30 to 100 bucks. But they're kind of so rare that I couldn't really find too much value on what they were online. So anyways, these are my North American games that I have that I'm about to show you, and the values of them as we go across. Not really any in particular, well, they're in particular order, but they're just ranging all the major systems I have. I have other stuff for like the CDI, and you hear that shit in the background. For the CDI, and like the 3DO and that kind of stuff, and TurboGrafx, but it's not too, I don't know, I didn't think people would be too interested in it. Plus it's all packed up in boxes in the basement, and I didn't want to get it all out. So this is the stuff that was around me that I could get, that was pretty easy. So this is, I guess, would be number 20, I guess, is Xenogears for the PlayStation 1. Came up by Squaresoft. This usually runs around 50 bucks complete. So Xenogears for the PlayStation 1. The next game is also for the PlayStation 1. It's Lunar the Silver Story. It comes with this art book. It's funny because I found the art book, or the hardcover book, in a thrift store in the children's book department for 99 cents. And actually, I still have the price tag on it because I didn't want to ruin it. And I found the game for $5. Same thrift store way earlier on in the week. So that was just kind of interesting. So yeah, Lunar goes for about 60 bones. For the Nintendo GameCube, I have Phantasy Star Online, episodes 1 and 2. It's a pretty hard game to find for the GameCube. It was an online game, and yeah, so that's that. It usually runs $60 for this one here. For the Nintendo 64, I have a copy of International Superstar Soccer 2000, and this one's not in the best of shape. It's got some sticker residue there. Like, it's easy to clean up. I just haven't, because I'm not really too confident with my cleaning abilities, to be 100% fair and honest with you. So, but International Superstar Soccer 2000 was apparently owned by somebody named McLeod, and that runs for about $70 as well. I'm actually going to take my camera off the tripod here, because it's not really helping anything. Also, for the N64, got a copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day. That runs anyway. It really depends on where you are. It can run as cheap as 40 bucks, 50 bucks, give or take. Some retail stores, I've seen them highest around 120 or so. I'd say a fair price for them is anywhere between 70 and 85 bucks. So Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. My first Super Nintendo game on the list is Uncharted Waters New Horizons. This one here is complete in box. Loose, it goes for 30 bucks, 35 bucks, something like that. Complete in box, sorry, I got a list here of the values of all this stuff. Complete in box, it goes for $85 or so. Sorry, I was using this as a tripod. I'm just going to move that out of the way. Next on the list is another Super Nintendo game. We have Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. This one's in really, really good condition. So I put a little bit of a premium on what it's worth, but it's in pretty much brand new condition. Mega Man X in this condition runs about 90 bucks complete in box. You can get them probably in fair condition for about 70 bucks in box, and loose for about $30 to $40 just for the cartridge alone. Next on my list is another GameCube game. It's a brand new sealed copy of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. These usually run brand new sealed about 90 bucks. I paid, I don't know if you see that or not, $4.99 for it at a thrift store. So that was a good find. The next one is another GameCube game, and this is Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door. This one is also brand new sealed. I think I paid, I don't know, 30 bucks for this. But it usually runs about $100 for a brand new sealed copy of it, so that ain't too bad. Next one, I think it's the second last GameCube game. Phantasy Star Online Episodes 1 and 2 Plus. It's pretty much the same game as the other one, it just has some more stuff in it. I paid $6 for this, and it runs about $100. And sealed, they go for about 200 bucks or so. But even like loose discs, they're like still 70 bucks. The next one I have is an N64 game. I think it's the last N64 game. Harvest Moon 64, complete in box. These usually run anywhere from about 90 to 150 bucks, depending on condition, everything like that. My box isn't really in the best of shape, so I'm gonna put it at about $110 for this one. The next one is, I think, the first NES game. It's DuckTales 2. These run about 110 bucks loose. I'll open it up for you. So 110 bucks loose. So you find a copy of that for cheap somewhere, pick it up. The next one is another PlayStation 1 game. This is the last PlayStation 1 game. Mega Man Legends 2. This usually runs anywhere from about 100 to 150 bucks. In my condition, like the case is in good shape, the mail's in really good shape, this is almost brand new. I say it's worth probably about 120 bucks. Next on my list is another NES game, Tengen Tetris. This usually goes for about 40 to 65, 70 bucks for just the cartridge by itself, give or take. You know, it all depends on condition and whatever. Complete in box copy like this, with the map and the poster and all that crap, usually goes anywhere from about 100 to 150 bucks, and my box isn't in the greatest shape, so I'd probably about $125 for this one. Next on my list is the last GameCube game. It is Zelda Twilight Princess, and this one is also brand new sealed. I picked this one up at a thrift store for $6, and it was in a baggie, and I didn't notice that it was sealed until I got home. I was like, I wonder what condition the discs are. I should have really checked that in the store. So I opened up the bag. I'm like, oh shit, it's brand new sealed. This goes for about 100 to 150 bucks sealed. I'd say maybe mine's worth about 125, give or take. Next one is another NES game. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. If I can get it out of the thing. There we go. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. I think it's the only fighting game, like straight up fighting game for the original Nintendo. They made it for the Super Nintendo as well. That one's worth about 15 bucks, 20 bucks, something like that. For the original Nintendo, it goes for about $140. So, for loose, and like complete in box, like $250, something like that. The next one on my list, move that out of the way, is another NES game. I'll open this up for you. And that's Snow Brothers. Snow Brothers for the NES is actually a really fun game, and it's hard to find. Mine's not in the best condition. You can't really tell, but the top label there's ripped a bit. In the condition that I have it in, it's worth maybe about 110 bucks, give or take. Maybe 120, 130, something like that. If it was in a little bit better shape, you're looking at 150, 180. so that ain't too bad. Next one on my list is a complete in box copy of Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo. The value of this game is, I had to double check online from a few different sources because I didn't believe how much this has gone up in value. I remember the cartridge was like $35-40, maybe $50, give or take. But yeah, now the cartridge is going for like $75, which is kind of crazy. And a complete in box copy like this in this condition goes for anywhere from about $220 to $250, and like if they're in like mint condition, like $300, which that's kind of crazy. The next one is another Super Nintendo game. It is Mega Man X2, and this one here is also in pretty much brand new condition. It's looks like it's been opened and never played. In this condition, it's really hard to find. I would say this one here would probably go for around $250. Cartridge itself goes for about $80-90, and just a good condition complete in box runs about like $150, $175. I've seen them as high as $400 on eBay for like really good condition ones like this, but for a reasonable price to pay or reasonable value, I think $250 is pretty fair. I'm running out of places to stack stuff here, so I'm going to leave that there. Another NES game here. We have Power Blade 2. This game here, I traded a bunch of stuff, I don't know, like 5 or 6 games ranging, let's say maybe $75 worth of value, and the guy who had it, he didn't know what he had, and I said, wow, you got Power Blade 2? He goes, oh yeah, what's that about? I go, hey, you know, that game's worth like $75-80. He goes, hey, I'll just trade you for the games you brought in. I was like, that's cool. That was obviously years ago. It goes for about $275 to $300 now, which is kind of insane. And you don't ever really see them on eBay, so it's going up and up in value. The last Super Nintendo game I have, and the second last game overall, is Mega Man X3. Mine's not in the greatest condition, but complete in box version in this condition runs about $450, which is kind of crazy if you ask me. It's a great game, believe me. You know, it's an amazing game, and it's worth it if you're a Mega Man collector. But yeah, $450, that's pretty crazy. They range anywhere from about $350 for a really bad box, you know, missing a couple of the inserts or missing the manual, that kind of stuff. Loose cartridges go for about $180 to 200 and something bucks, and you know, like really good condition ones I've seen sell as high as $700 on eBay, which is freaking nuts. And the last game, which I think is number 20 or 21, is a Nintendo game, and that's Little Samson. Little Samson for the original Nintendo is the second or third rarest game, licensed game for the original Nintendo. I'm still looking for the number 1 and 2, obviously. I need Flintstones and what's it called? Stadium events. But Little Samson, I paid $400 for this game, and that wasn't that long ago. It was like maybe 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. Last one I saw sell on eBay, which was 2 days ago, sold for $680. So that's not a bad investment considering it's only been a couple months. But looking at the eBay history, they probably go for, in like poor condition, $475, $500 to like really good condition like mine is, $650, $700. And then you got like complete in box ones like $1,500, and then sealed ones like, I don't know, like $3,000 or something stupid like that. So anyways, guys, that's all my stuff there. And this is what I pulled it all out of. These are all just, might as well show you this crap. These are just some of my boxed NES games and some of my other harder to find original Nintendo games there, some Mega Mans and Links and stuff. That's all got screwed up when I was looking through it. But yeah, so that's my stuff. There's the list I made. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. And I hope my internet comes back on so I can upload it, because it's been down for the last like hour and a half. So anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it, and thanks for putting up with all the noise in the background from the sump pump and the dehumidifier that's down here. Anyways, have a good one, and take it easy.